Hello guys, welcome to Entropyhourglass. This is the third time I'm recording this intro because Nuno was unhappy about my intro.
I was.
So, Entropyhourglass is a series of intimate conversations between me and Nuno. I think now it's correct, that's why he's laughing. It's not correct. It's correct? Okay. So we just talk about a bunch of things like how is our life going, what are our struggles, and what we want to achieve in life.
Yes, that's correct. and today we'll come to you to talk about where we were and how was our weekend. As you can see, we are in a public transportation.
Yes, we are in the train.
It's a train. And we spent the weekend in Paris.
Oui.
In Paris. And yeah, this is kind of our overview at what we did, what we felt.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you asked me to record.
I think it's a good thing for the future, and for people that are listening and hoping to come to Paris one day. Or
yeah, maybe people are interested.
Yeah,
in this kind of conversations, and we can talk about the visit to Paris and also how we do it and how do we plan the trip, how do we decide, how do we
that can be
deal with the city and with ourselves in the city.
I think I'm breathing into the mic, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. I just did.
No, don't do it again. Okay. So where do we start? We start by why did we want to visit Paris?
I think that's important because I never wanted to go to Paris this young.
I didn't really care.
I never felt that it would be a nice place to go. It's too near to Portugal, so I always thought when I'm 60 and I don't have anything to do, maybe I will go to Paris, I will visit, I have time, I will do whatever. There, I don't need to go now. But then life happened and we were in Frankfurt, and I also found by a friend of mine that told me that we can go to museums for free until we are 26, and this year we both turned 26, so we would lost that opportunity, and we were in Frankfurt, and that's the best connection in Europe is between Frankfurt and Paris, because you have the TGV, which is a fast train where we've reached 300 kilometers, and where we are right now. And it's only 3.5 hours when everything goes well. So we decided to come.
300 kilometers per hour speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what I said.
You said 300 kilometers
per hour. Yeah. Sorry. It's a velocity, not a distance.
I don't know how many kilometers are there. Yeah, 4 hours, more or less.
3:30 if everything goes well.
Yeah, I didn't really care to go to Paris because I think I was thinking, we can visit the Eiffel Tower and go to some museums and eat some crepes and croissant and baguette. I didn't really know about anything about the city besides that, and it was, of course, we knew it would be very touristic.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't knew it would be that much in March. I know that everyone takes vacations, but in March there was the city is full of tourists.
Yeah, because people also don't want to come if we would come in the summer.
I think it would be
worse than this, because we went to the Louvre. We had tickets and we went there, and it wasn't that many people
inside or in the line.
But in the line.
No, it was fast.
Kind of fast.
But we had tickets.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It wasn't full. There were a lot of people everywhere you go. You see people, which is good.
And
also.
Don't speak French. Most of people that pass between
they're not from there. That's what you're saying.
They are from Italy. A lot of them American, from Portugal or from Brazil. There is a lot of tourists.
Yeah, from all over the world. And we just decided because they had a very fast connection, and in a weekend we could see everything we wanted to see and enjoy. Hopefully,
enjoy a weekend.
we were hoping for sunny weather when we arranged the trip. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good also.
Like we were expecting last week that it was going to rain a lot, so we had almost no rain, and I still got some sun on my face. It was amazing. I think it was good. It was like not sunny every day or not every moment.
And it was cold.
And it was cold, but it was very good. I felt it.
Yeah.
So we came.
Yeah, we came. We wanted to go to we chose the Louvre and the Musée d'Orsay to visit for free.
Mm-hmm.
And we did. That was basically the two things we did for free.
One per day.
Yeah, one per day. One Saturday and one Sunday. We can talk about it that first.
Day?
The museums.
The museums?
We can talk about it.
Okay, so we went to Louvre and to d'Orsay.
Both of them are really big.
Huge. Very beautiful buildings, very beautiful architecture, like amazing. You just feel so small inside. It's hard to imagine someone to have that vision of a building so huge. Like imagine having that on your mind before happening.
Yeah, I don't know if you have the space, but still it's really they're all
and the details. There are a lot of. I don't know how to say this in English. Sculptures, yeah. There are a lot of sculptures with the bodies in the buildings, even like outside of the buildings. In the windows, yeah, it's very detailed, very beautiful. I think in Paris, you will always be amazed. Every street there will be a huge building that sometimes it seems like it's nothing, or it's just for the sake of existing and being beautiful.
Yes, there are a lot of buildings like that and structures, or the most well-known ones, the Arc de Triomphe, the museums, the opera.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Yeah, all of that. The Eiffel
but
Tower.
More than that, for me,
there were a lot that we didn't know.
Yeah.
It was just coming across some streets, passing through, and there was like an arch, a gigantic arch, a gigantic dome, or a church.
Even BNP had like very beautiful buildings. We work also at beautiful buildings. BNP, the bank.
BNP Paribas.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Even the companies have really
the Publicis.
With all the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So museums.
Louvre. What do you have to say about Louvre?
I wouldn't divide. We won't be too obnoxious with museums.
Okay.
I would just say it's good to visit, but for me museums are difficult because if there's a lot of people, or maybe
Can you stop?
The things are. The paintings are a lot of all of the same thing, and after some time, if we spend 3 hours in a place.
For information, we took, I would say, much less than most people that go to the museums, and we took 3 hours in each of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Almost 3 hours.
The Louvre, most of the things that we saw were similar to other things that we had already seen, I think. The ancient ones, ancient sculptures and paintings and some objects like artifacts. Yeah, but then there was some paintings that are very well known, of course, and it was nice to see some. I think I'm normally amazed of the bigger ones, the detail on the huge paintings. Mona Lisa was there. Yeah, everyone was taking pictures. We didn't go there because.
I can talk about that.
Yeah.
So, sorry for interrupting you. You want to add anything?
No.
I I never liked museums. I always felt very bad because of that, because everyone associates me with being someone that has a lot of culture and cares about this kind of thing. Everyone that knows me automatically thinks that I'm very smart, I play chess, I go to museums. A lot of people think that about me automatically, and the truth is I don't like museums, not because they are too much for me. I always want to see everything and I'm scared of missing out, and then after that I feel very anxious with all the stimulus that exists, but I think I've been better, and now I can appreciate some museums. I start by going to some museums that I liked with only one specific topic, like for instance happiness, and I will go for this topic and not see anything else, and I start liking a little bit more. So for me these museums were extremely huge. You will have a lot of diversity, so if you want to see everything, it will be a lot. You will take a lot of time if you want to read every single note on the paints and the sculptures, but I still enjoyed it to go. I think it's important for you to visit something like this huge. I don't think there are museums in Europe this big, besides the ones in London. And yeah, there is Louvre. I think it is very classic. I will not use the correct terms, I don't know them, but I think it's very classic. It's very focused on Christ and religious things, and the Greek ancients and the Roman ancients. And then you have d'Orsay, which I enjoyed much more. It's very contemporaneous.
Contemporary.
Okay, this word is complicated, but it's very accurate, and I love sculptures. I love to see the details of how to structure a body so beautiful to represent humankind and to make us so divine. Like I believe each of us are divine, and seeing in marmor, the stone. It's so beautiful. It's so white. It's so pure. It's so cold. You can imagine the cold without touching it. There are these little details I really enjoy in the hair or in the accessories that some of them have. There is like the details of the body, like the bellies, when you have fat and you are in some positions that you see the skin fold a little bit, and I really enjoy that. Also, I'm normally not that fan of paints, but I really enjoyed some of them. I enjoy when they make me imagine my future and imagine me there and imagine me in some kind of life that is different from the one I have right now. Oh, sorry guys, this is hard. We are in the train, and I was trying to make us a little more beautiful, because beauty is very important, I think.
Yeah, you think? You always try to find it.
I find beauty in a lot of things, and I feel when you look into a painting and you just breathe and you smell the ocean, or you smell or can hear the birds, I think that's something from another world. And for that kind of paintings, I think you should visit these museums, and maybe you will find some paintings that will make you feel this. Not the same as us, probably, or maybe it is. Yeah. But what I wanted to tell was
about Mona Lisa.
About several things, but one is they are kind of the same, but why some paintings are so famous? I know that maybe for people that study art it's very obvious, but for someone that doesn't study, why is that particular painting very very known? So for instance, the Night of the Stars, is it the name in English? Starry Night
of Van Gogh.
From Van Gogh, or Mona Lisa, or what was the other one in the d'Orsay that was very famous? From the Gatsby. Okay.
I don't know the name, but yes.
Yeah, so there are particular paints that are very famous, and I don't understand why they are famous, but what happens after they being famous, everyone wants to be somehow related to them. What I mean by this is just people go to these museums not to enjoy the museum, not to look for themselves, but to look for something outside, for looking for some social approval of saying like, I have been in the museum and I've been right next to this painting that is super famous. I saw people taking
in the so it's an approval. Like now I've been there. I can talk about it with
I don't know.
other
It's very weird for me. I think we should always aim to look inside of us and what makes us feel something, and not what society or whatever did the marketing for these paintings wants us to feel.
I think it's very difficult to do that when even if the painting is one of the best like in the world. I don't know what qualifies that, but when there are 100 people there trying to take a picture, automatically if art is supposed to be introspective and you feel anything about it, it's automatically impossible to do that with 100 people trying to do this.
Oh yeah, it's
right?
true.
Might as well.
Don't put your hand in.
Might as well look at a picture.
Yeah.
Because.
But you feel different.
Of course you feel different, but there's a lot of people all the time looking at that and trying to take a picture.
Yeah, like for Mona Lisa it was ridiculous. There was a line. They created a line so everyone has the opportunity to have half a second taking a picture and then leaving.
Yeah, I don't get it. The pictures of all the paintings.
I take pictures of paintings.
You take pictures of details normally, or paintings that you don't know and you're never going to see again if you don't take a picture.
Yeah, it's true.
Of Mona Lisa, you just, yes, it's online, everyone knows what it is.
Yeah, it's
I can take a picture with my phone or you can Google it. Unless you somehow are expected to forget that you've been there, and then when you arrive home you put the picture on an album and you say I have been here and saw this.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Other thing, there is a lot in these museums, and I think for me this was the topic that I wanted to discuss, because I would love to see what others think about this or discuss this. Not like I would just like to discuss this with other people. Yeah, but another thing that is a lot in these museums is nudes, like human nudity. Yeah.
Men and women.
Men and women, but more women, obviously.
Yeah.
In sculptures, more men. In paintings, more women. I don't know what I wanted to say about this, but what was very cute, and I really like this detail, so I'm going to share, was that me and Nun were kind of playing and flirting a little bit near to a pint of a place where women bath, and was very erotic at the time. A lot of women together bathing. And there was a lady saying something I did not understand because it was in French, and then she just approached me and I thought, oh no, I did something wrong, I touched the painting or something that I should not do. And then she just started explaining to me that it's very hard to draw the back of a woman because it's very delicate and they don't want to make it
look like
a man with muscles. And she was saying like this was the first, like the painter first painting of a back of a woman, and this was very delicate and it was very beautiful, and it was very nice to hear just passionately talking about the paintings and then explaining that he wanted to draw some men also looking like a sculpture. That was the other one that was there, and then the same back that he drew the first time he painted the back of a woman, he did it again at the last painting that he did. It's so beautiful to see the evolution. One across the other, and you don't get these details even if you have audio. You don't get these details because it is from someone that really enjoys that painting and it's there, and he just wanted to share this with us, and I thought that was very sweet of her.
Yeah, it's really it increases the experience a lot when you have that kind of people, because if it's just us looking at paintings, we're like, okay, I like this because it reminds me of something.
Or makes me feel something.
But we don't know anything about the person who painted it or sculptured it, of the context or what it meant. You can read some notes, but
it doesn't say a lot.
It doesn't say a lot. So
normally just the name, maybe the year where it was painted.
And even if it says something about history, always stress some kind of context that would be very important for that kind of art, and we don't know anything about because we are from the future. So it's really good. But he also said that it influenced Picasso and.
He also painted exactly the same one, but with his version of I think it's Cubism that he does. Like, so he does forms, and it was again the back of a woman, but very different with the blue.
I didn't see that when the lady told us the name of the painting, and I googled it, and it's a very famous Picasso painting. I saw the blue, but I couldn't associate that with the back of a woman, because the women in that painting are in front, to the front, and you don't see any woman backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just blue there, and I couldn't see what she saw. It's interesting.
So this was the museums.
Museums, good to visit. I don't think I will go back, because
Yeah, I always feel sad, very sad, when I think of not going back or not visiting something again. I feel very emotional. I don't know why. I feel like I'm too disconnected with the things that come to my mind and to my life, and that makes me feel sad. But I was just trying to appreciate and experience the most of each painting that I really enjoyed, and just seeing all the details and everything.
Go to the museums, they're good. But stay as long as you want, and try to look at everything, because it would be
Do as you
it's
want.
a challenge. Just do as you want.
But we did other things, right?
Yeah.
Go for it. I have been talking a lot.
When we arrived, we mostly walked around. Mostly on our time
We
there
walked
was
more
just
kilometers
walking around.
than the hours we spent in Paris. I think that was what? So we slept in Paris. You know this? We slept in Paris. We were in lines. We were in museums, but still we walked more kilometers than the hours we spent in Paris.
Yeah, we walked about 50, 52, 51 kilometers, which is a lot. Because
why I'm
Paris,
like this now.
Paris is a Paris is a gigantic city. I wasn't expecting it, and neither was you.
When I mean gigantic, it's like 3 times Lisbon.
We want to go somewhere, it's at least half an hour walking.
Like when I did the mapping, because I was in vacations on Friday, and I planned everything. So I was like, this looks fine, not so far away from each thing.
And you wanted to go on foot to our place, which is outside Paris. It's in the zone
Let's
outside.
go, let's walk, because it's the best way to really know a city.
It is.
And I thought it is just fine. So more or less, because if you imagine walking 1 hour just to go from one place to another place, when you just want to like teletransportate for the other place, it's kind of a lot. 1 hour walking just to reach another place that should be close.
On the map it's kind of close,
Yeah.
but then it's like 50 minutes. Okay, I guess we have to go now. We catch a train or a metro underground, don't know,
Mhm.
that with a weird name, to go from Paris to our home, which was outside of Paris, because it's way less expensive, and the house was great.
Yeah.
Besides the cat that ate my
Nuno has
shirt.
this day was very hard on Nuno.
And I stepped on
Because
shit.
first we were at home, we had a very nice relaxing bath, and I was dressing, and Nuno was eating
leftover baguette
with the
tasted
camembert,
like plastic at that point.
with camembert, and I was okay, I just need to go to the room, I don't know, getting my clothes, or I don't know what I went there
No, you
to
said,
do.
"Oh, where are the cats?" You said,
Yeah.
"Oh, where are the cats? Let's see." And then you went there to see, and then
And I saw the cat
was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, the cat was sitting on the shirt of Nuno, and I was like, what are you doing there? Sometimes there's just like some smell and they sleep on that shirt or whatever. But then he ran away very quickly, and we were already friends, me and that cat. So okay, he knows that he did something bad. And when I was like looking at this shirt, it was all with the watery.
Yeah, his cat, it was wet and had a hole basically in this
Yeah, like this size.
side. In this side. Yeah, it
And
has
it's
a
not this
hole.
T-shirt.
Like
It's
a hole of
it's
this.
Nuno's favorite shirt. Yeah, this side.
Yeah, and now it has a hole, and now it's going in the garbage.
He
and I have
ate
to get
that.
another. Yeah.
It was very funny, but very
I
sad.
wasn't expecting it.
We
The
were
cats
not expecting.
okay, friendly, and
Yeah.
it was very sad. And then I was putting putting toothpaste on my toothbrush.
Yeah,
and
he was going to brush his teeth, and then
paste fell down into my trousers, and I didn't notice.
this was right after the
the-
cat ate the shirt.
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's clean now.
It's little the stain. But
And then in the afternoon, I was like poop, and then look, and then
I
just
stepped on poop.
stepped on poop.
But that was okay because it was wet, and so it didn't stay on my foot. It was like,
Oh god.
yeah, it didn't go well. Yeah, but we walked a lot. We went to get.
What was yesterday? We went to the Torre Eiffel, which is Torre Eiffel?
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. Okay, yes, sorry. The Eiffel Tower in English. And I was very disappointed at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of something that
first-
looks very industrial.
Yeah. The first time you saw it, you said, "This is tiny," because we were very far away.
Yeah.
This is tiny, but when we were there, it was like, okay, this is quite big.
Yeah, it's big, but not as big as I imagine. Like in my mind, it was
It's
huge.
because it's the center of a lot of things and paintings. Everyone does Eiffel Tower.
It looks huge on my mind, but no, it doesn't because. But it's big. It's big.
But around there, it's not that pretty. It's a bit like. I don't know,
We are shaming Paris.
Yeah. It's not that pretty most of the time. But around the Eiffel Tower was like gardens, but in a lot of.
You
the
cannot
place-
enter most of them because it's too much people and the grass is.
Yeah, there's no grass. So sometimes they put fences around, so you cannot go there. There's a lot of people there trying to see it and going inside, taking pictures. Yeah, we were there at the end of the day.
I wanted to see the lights turning
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
because I knew it was something.
yeah.
But then it was getting cold
Yeah.
because it was very cold after the sun went down. So and then we wanted to go to the bathroom, and we said, okay, let's go. And we were walking,
And
and then the lights went on, and I felt the magic of Paris. It's very beautiful. I think it's very magic to see a tower with the lights on when it's night, and the moon was. When the moon it's starting to grow again, it's just a tiny line, and it's just very beautiful. It reminds me of movies, especially Midnight in Paris, which has a lot of good aesthetics because it's made in Paris. So I felt cute. This is cute.
yeah, I liked it, but I was feeling like I had to go to the bathroom, so it wasn't really enjoyable. The lights. Yeah, but it was pretty. It was really interesting to see that people were prepared to when it reached the nighttime and the lights went up to take pictures, do photo shoots. Where a lot of people.
Yeah,
were
photo
doing.
shoots with lights and.
It was crazy, and people proposing, and pictures of people in their wedding dresses and bachelor parties.
Bachelor,
Yeah,
the brides.
bachelor or brides parties when they are
Yeah.
about to get married.
Mhm.
They do the last single. I don't know at this stage in English. Okay.
What did we do?
On the first day,
Yeah.
we walked around there a lot, and we went to the Louvre, and then
The Jardin de Hollande.
that was really quick because we had the Louvre appointment made. And so
Yeah.
the
The
Jardin-
Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe, yeah. We walked a lot, but we didn't see a lot of different landmarks. We walked a lot in the cities because the cities had a lot of life, a lot of stores, a lot of food, a lot of. Yeah.
What did we eat on the first day?
First thing was baguette with camembert.
Yeah, baguette from Lidl, but it was
Lidl,
different and it was
Lidl.
very, very good. You liked it?
The baguette, the first baguette.
The first
was
baguette.
very good, yeah.
Very good, very crispy, very smooth in the middle, very nice.
We wanted to try baguette, and we.
Camembert was also very nice, but I have tried it before in Portugal. It's curiosity time. It is the best cheese if you want to have vitamin B12. Go for it if you are a vegetarian.
We ate that, and then what else?
I don't know. I think it was that. It was very far everything.
Didn't we have
so
lunch? was the
And we
baguette.
arrived at 12 more or less. Oh, we had dinner near to the Torre Eiffel Eiffel Tower, and it was salad and sandwich
we just
from
bought pre-made stuff
Auchan.
from Auchan. Yeah, and we got a baguette there, which was really cheap, but because it was probably from the day before.
Was so bad. It was already so crispy. You had like
It was from the day before.
it's fully falling
cheap.
apart.
Yeah, but we ate that as well with
And
the
that was
pasta
it.
and the sandwich. Was
Yeah, I was
pre-made.
craving so much vegetables.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
was
very weird, but
difficult.
what I most crave on when I'm on trips is just vegetables. I need it so much. It's so hard to have them when you are traveling. It's so hard to have fresh, healthy food.
We could have done it if we bought
we
the
planned to
vegetables
go.
in the supermarket.
I planned to go to a restaurant, but it was very expensive, and Nuno said no, and I agreed.
Yeah, we thought it wasn't worth the price.
It was 20 euros each plate. Oh, everything. I thought, okay, we live in Frankfurt, which is the most expensive city in Europe because it's the money city where every money is produced in Europe. No, Paris is crazy expensive. Like 29 euros for a small brunch.
A normal brunch.
They are small.
29. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, we tried to not buy a lot of things and just we wanted to get the baguette. We got the baguette. We wanted to get some typical pastries. We bought a croissant today and
Next
the pain au
day,
chocolat.
so let's move to Sunday. What we did was just waking up. I wake up very early. I've been waking up very early. I just took the best bath I had in years.
We had a bathtub and Sophia filled the bathtub.
Yeah, don't feel bad for me. I know that a lot of water goes to waste when you do a bath.
But I did a bath as well, so it was
And
two
actually,
in one.
when you shower for more than 20 minutes, it's more water that goes to waste than when you do a bath. So, just a note. It felt very good and it was very relaxing. I was listening to music that I heard, that I used to listen to
5 years ago, well, 6 or 7 years ago.
7 years ago, before I started college. 7 years ago. And it was very nice. Then I just wanted to go as fast as possible because I feel like, okay, let's go. It's sunny. I want to be outside. I want to be in the city. I went to croissant for my breakfast. And Nuno is the best person to choose food places. So I asked him to look into that. And it chose one. I felt very bad because we walked so
a long time.
much to go there. I thought, why not to take the train? That was the only opportunity to take the train.
We should have gotten the other transport, which was more direct. But I thought it was cheaper to go to because we had two routes we could take to the center of Paris. I thought it was best to go to the faster one that would leave us somewhere in the middle, and then we would see where we would buy a croissant. Yeah, but I made a poor decision there because it would be the same price. But we had to walk like half an hour
More.
for the.
I think it's half an hour. For me, it was so long.
I think it was from the station to the place was about half an hour.
It felt so long.
Because we then had to walk along another half an hour or 40 minutes or so to get to the park.
The Parc dont Charles.
Where we ate.
Shark.
I don't know the name. Yeah, well, the park was very beautiful. Well, a lot of people running. Paris it's so bad to. I feel it's bad for runners. The air is not that
But
great.
there is a lot of
But there's
runners.
a lot of people running. I think it's because of the marathon, which is going to happen in some weeks. So people are there.
I don't think it's only for that. I really think people in Paris are very healthy, and I think the sport they do the most is running. I saw that on TV series. I believe that. They ran a lot, and that park was full of people because it's like just a little barrier between cars and the running place. So it's a little bit better to breathe that air.
And there were a group of Asian women dancing.
Oh, that was so funny.
Like a workout dancing in Korean.
Workout dancing Korean
music
probably.
or Japanese, I don't know. Like anime girls, really. But
Yeah,
older ones, like 50, 60.
So cute. Yeah.
It was really interesting.
Very nice. We just passed by. We didn't want to chime them.
But we ate our croissant and we filmed it, and it was the best croissant ever.
We can put the video here. I can put probably.
Best croissant ever. Best croissant with almonds
God.
ever. Best pain au chocolat
my
I've ever
God.
eaten.
Oh
It was our
my
breakfast.
God. It's so delicious.
I wanted to get another one before we come in the train, but we didn't have time.
Oh, that would be so nice.
We wouldn't have time.
But I always think, okay, maybe that's the smart thing. Everyone says it's good, it's not so good.
Yeah, but I chose a place.
Okay,
That's
but I
nice.
thought that, and I
there
thought,
was
okay.
French people there.
But I like croissants, so I was not complaining. I was like, okay, it can be equal to the other ones I have. I really like them. They are amazing. I love croissants. I can have croissants on my Sunday.
No shame to Lidl croissant. We
Yeah, no
don't
shame.
claim for it because they're good.
But this is from another world. Really. It's so crunchy outside, but then when we reach the middle, it's smooth and it's almost like half baked. It's just on point. I cannot describe it better, but
You have to go and eat it.
it's so good. We can share, like, I don't know the name right now, but we can share it.
the place.
The place. And then Nuno said, "Oh, I will go for the pain
Chocolat.
au chocolat." So just like croissant with chocolate with a different form. And I said, okay, I will not have that because I don't like chocolate. So what I want to get, and we were in the pastry and was, oh no, I cannot decide. It is too much options.
I have no. You order.
No,
So what do you want? I don't know. Just order for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And we still had time, so I was like, why are you pressing me? You take hours to decide things.
Yeah.
But then I went for the obvious choice. I think it was a croissant with almond, but it was very special again because it not only
not
has
a croissant.
almonds outside. It's also made with
Almond
the
paste.
almond paste.
It was really good.
Very good. It's slightly similar to the ones we have in Algarve. Because they also have a lot of almonds. Oh my God, it was perfect. After that, I felt a little bit
I want to eat.
sugar sick, but worth it.
5 stars.
6 stars.
6 stars. Yeah, we did that.
Talk about your chocolat pain. Pain de chocolat.
It was really good. The chocolate was. I was hoping for normal chocolate that is like a paste, but it was really hard, and we bite it like a tablet of chocolate, and it was not that sugary. It was just perfect, just nice.
It smelled a lot like chocolate.
It smelled like chocolate because it was chocolate. Okay, that's it. Really nice.
Yeah, so the rest of the day we just went to the park, which was very nice. Then we went to the Louvre.
D'Orsay.
No, the d'Orsay, which was also very nice. I really enjoyed. Outside there were women from different continents, which was also very fascinating for me.
Statues.
Yeah, statues, sculptures, and it was very fascinating for me. I could guess all of them almost, but the South American,
Look
because they
like
were very
European.
look like European, but they have no colors, so it's also a little
And
bit
their
harder
boobs out.
to. And all of them had their boobs out, but the European one, and I was very surprised by that, and I don't understand what was the mindset for doing that, but I was curious.
Yeah, and we also ate a crepe today. We ate a
After
crepe,
that we went to a
salty crepe.
creperie
salty crepe.
because
with
it's the most
cheese.
these are the 3 most famous foods that you can have in Paris: baguette and cheese, croissant, and then crepe. And we had that.
It wasn't a French crepe. It was like some.
It was very normal. I would give it like 3 stars. It was okay. I enjoyed that. I did it, but I would not repeat it. I would
was
repeat
good.
the croissant and the baguette.
Yeah, same. Okay.
Just to say, like, we asked for 2. They were different. One it was with cheese, eggs, and mushrooms, and the other one was with cheese,
Apple paste.
apple sauce,
nuts.
honey, and nuts.
Yeah, they were good. They weren't like normal crepes we eat.
Yeah, but we don't
it
eat
wasn't
salty
that
in Portugal,
special.
I think.
It wasn't that special.
But something that I
But they
also
were nice.
like to do in every country that I go is just to speak the language that people speak there. So in this case, French. And it was so hard for me, more hard than when I just come from Portugal to this country, because I automatically have words in German
It's
to
really
say.
weird. Yeah.
And it was like I was saying "dank," which means thank you, and "hallo" or "mit Karte," which are just words in German that we use every day when we go to the supermarket or we meet with someone, or "morgen." this was natural for me, and speaking French was not natural, which is very weird because it's much more similar to Portuguese, and I was expecting it to be easier.
But we are activated on the German.
Yeah. But once I got it, it was very nice just to say merci to people, bonjour, au revoir, and I just wave my hand. It's so special to say these words when you are in that country. And I think it's very nice of you because you are visiting their countries and they have no obligation to be nice to you.
We could manage a bit with the language we understood.
And understanding it is easy. For me, it's easy. Speaking is art. And then after that, we went to the Sacré-Cœur.
Sacré-Cœur, the Basilique, Sacré-Cœur.
What does it mean, cœur? Yeah, so art. Okay, it's like going to Vatican. Vatican? Is it English?
Is it like going to Vatican?
There is a line to enter the cathedral. There is a line to go up. What?
The line to go to the Vatican.
It's not. I don't know when do you went, but when I went there, it was exactly the same line. The exact number of people, and you are like going upstairs. There are, I don't know, 200 stairs that you have to go up.
Yeah, it's really up.
Or more.
Have a view of the whole city.
Oh, that was beautiful. I really enjoyed that. I think everyone should do that. Probably at the end of your trip, just to see like I was there and I walked all this area. It's crazy. Like seeing how much we walk. Like seeing Torre Eiffel, like very tiny. Eiffel Tower. Sorry guys, it's automatically in Portuguese now. It's like tiny Eiffel Tower, and it was like whoa. I was there and I just walked. I never took a train. So I think it's amazing. You should go there. It's always nice to see the tourists, just to see how much people appreciate Paris, but not to stay there long. Then we went to Platz. How to say that in English? This is German. This is a square.
A square. Yeah.
A square where people meet. There are things to do. There are a lot of art. There are a lot of restaurants.
Yeah,
people drawing portraits, which is always very beautiful. I would love to do that once again. And that was it, and then we walked back
to the train station, and we are here. Yeah, I think I wouldn't do it again because it's done. It's done. Been there, done that. But it was a nice trip with although those unfortunate things that happened. It was a nice trip.
Can you nominate the things that, like, what are you most grateful for in this trip? The three most
grateful.
Or things that you really enjoyed. Grateful for experiencing.
I'm grateful for being able to walk a long distance.
You're grateful for that.
Yeah, because I know it's really a lot. We walked a lot, and I can do. If it wasn't for my bag, because I had to carry the bag all day. My feet are fine. My legs are fine. They are tired, but they are fine. And it's really good that you are able to. Like, I have to walk 1 hour. We'll go there and we'll enjoy the city.
So you are grateful for your body.
Yes, because I have to enjoy it while it's working, right?
You know,
it won't be working forever like this. And I'm grateful for choosing specific places, not spending too much money on stupid things or just wasting it, which can happen, which easily can happen in a trip, like a touristy trip. You can end up spending a lot of money, and we did not. And I'm grateful for our understanding and our capacity to travel together and to decide where to go and what to do.
That should not be hard.
No, because we are living together and we see each other every day. We do everything.
So you thought it would be hard?
I think it can. After a long time, if one of two things will happen, or you create a very honest relationship, and you are aware of the other person and how the other person behaves and what they normally want and how they do things. And then you you know that, and you try to manage and to create some way of doing things that are good for both of us, or you just accommodate and say like, okay, I'll do whatever you want, or you do whatever I want, and we'll just be one. Understand, like we're just one couple that have a plan and do this, and not two people that are wanting to do some things and they do it together.
And what did we do? What do you think we are?
I think we just want things, and we do them together. We are able to do that without problems, I think.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for our understanding. Sometimes we, how do you say it? We just get on the other person's nerves with some things, but that's normal when you spend a lot of time with someone.
I think it's healthy.
It is? How is it healthy?
We are reaching 50 minutes. Are they continue to listening to us? We are saying bye, or
No.
we are okay.
You have to take us wherever.
So I think it's good when you get into the nerves of the other person, or the other person gets into your nerves, because it shows that you still are yourself. So there are things that are not aligned with the other person's will or
you just don't
desire.
Get rid of yourself and say, okay, like.
Yeah, you don't give up on yourself and expressing your wants, needs, and whatever in every moment. So
and it's not compatible 100% of the time. It will never.
People will never be 100% compatible. I always thought that would exist, and I was always looking for that person in my life. But I don't believe
maybe
that
I
anymore.
ruined that for you.
Maybe. What do you think? And that's one thing. And the other thing is, one is it's because you still are the person that you are. And the other thing is, you still care about the other person and you still want to make the effort of expressing and make yourself understood. And for that, you have sometimes to say things in a higher tone, or be more aggressive or be more assertive, because you still want for the other person to understand you, and sometimes that's going under each other's nerves.
Yeah.
And when we do this, it's not like we are not attacking each other's personality or each other. We are just trying to communicate, and sometimes the way to communicate is to be a little bit more aggressive. To get the message, because that's how people communicate.
We'll hold grudges. We just do it, and then you'll say something that, or I'm being, I'm not explaining myself. I don't understand anything you're saying, and you're like, why don't you understand? It's obvious. But then it passes, and when I talk to you next, you're like, good. But what are you grateful?
Oh, I have to sing.
Yeah, you have to do it. You made me do it.
I'm very grateful for looking inside when I went to the museums, because it's not so easy for me to look inside, or it was not that easy. I always looked outside to define myself, so it's nice to look inside and not trying to be what is expected of me. That's one thing I'm very grateful. Then the second thing is some physical contact with you. I'm grateful for that. Not only physical, also emotional, but we don't have that often because we live together and we have a lot of routine nowadays. We do very common things. Every Monday is almost always the same. Every Tuesday is the same. Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. And I felt like we could get out of our comfort zone, our routines, our habits, and it was nice. And yeah, I wanted more, but it was nice what we had.
Okay.
And the third thing, Feeling beautiful.
You felt?
Yeah, I felt beautiful in Paris. I felt appreciated. I felt seen. Yeah, and that's important for me this year. I think I'm manifesting a lot. That I have dreaming a lot about. I just want to be beautiful and create beautiful things this year, and that's my manifestation of 2023. So it's important for me. And it's not always easy when you are seeing sculptures of perfect bodies, but I think I did.
I always say Sophia that she's more beautiful than what we are seeing, and I mean it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I try to believe.
The statues have bellies and stuff, and I like more of other kinds of bellies and other kinds of waists that are like perfect. So yeah, but that's for another time.
I think we are good.
It was a nice conversation.
It was a very long but nice conversation, and we have not been talking to you. So I think this is a good catch up on our lives, and everything will happen very quickly in the next month. So we probably will record much more episodes now, and we bought food, so we are going to eat. Saying goodbye, Nuno is showing our foods. Are we saying goodbye?
Yes.
Au revoir.
Bye. Au revoir. Ça va bien.
Très bien.
Until next time. Eat Paris croissant.